Britain has some of the most congested roads in Europe. And it's the emergency services on two wheels that can scythe through the traffic and get vital help where it's most needed fast.
What's made you end up in the bushes?
If I would just have a feel of your head, then you have hit the deck.
We're on the front line with the bikers of Wiltshire Police and West Midlands Ambulance Service as they protect the public and save lives. Coming up, paramedic Mark Hayes is called to a four-car pile-up.
If somebody had been in this passenger seat, odds are they'd be dead.
Police on the hunt for a missing man.
So there's a good chance he's still in the area.
And a serious house fire in Wiltshire.
One casualty being treated by paramedics at the station.
Early morning. And for one West Midlands resident, the alarm's just gone off.
It's just gone 6 o'clock. I'm running a little bit late. Just getting ready for work, so need to go and get my bike stuff on and get gone. Obviously everybody else is tucked up in bed, fast asleep. I'm definitely a morning person, but I think that's only because of years and years of doing an early shift. I set the alarm for about 5:25 every morning. I get the tea and coffee and breakfast stuff ready, so that when my wife Tara gets up, it's less for her to do because she really isn't a morning person.
When he's not on his paramedic bike, Mark rides a Kawasaki ZX-10R. It's a 20-minute run to the ambulance base. The roads are quiet for now. In another hour, they'll be packed with commuters. As the clock ticks past 7 a.m., the radio comes to life.
Don't forget the blankets, Craig.
There's a serious crash on one of the main routes into Birmingham.
We've got an early start report of a 5-car RTC on the Aston Expressway, which is the motorway into the city.
It's where Mark's just come from. Police have closed the road, and traffic approaching the junction is already backing up for miles. It's a fast stretch of road, with central lanes that can be opened to traffic travelling in either direction, which means there's no central reservation and nothing to prevent head-on collisions. Miraculously, everyone's out of their cars and on their feet.
Your neck and your back's okay? At the moment.
But as the shock subsides, they're starting to notice injuries.
What we'll do is we'll get you on the back of the ambo and have a look at you.
As the senior paramedic, Mark takes charge.
Can we just pop him on the back? He's got right-sided lower chest pain. Right. You got a headache?
Head's coming on, yeah.
OK, which vehicle are you in?
In the Audi at the front over there.
In the front. And seatbelt, airbags?
Yeah, everyone's came out.
OK, no neck and no back pain?
Not at the moment, no, my head's,
Right.
as I say, head's
just a headache?
Yeah.
Yeah, OK. Headache, you've had a massive impact. Yeah. You're going to be shocked. Yeah. Okay. If you just want to hang fire, we're just going to check these guys out and then we'll get back to you. All right.
Minor damage, nothing wrong. I'm fine.
Very, very lucky.
They are,
Anything in the centre, or is it the sides?
At the back.
Keep still, don't move, don't move, don't move. Keep still. So have you got pain there?
Yeah, and just a bit lower.
One of the drivers is complaining of pain down the centre of his back, made worse when Mark presses on it. Classic symptoms of broken vertebrae. As a precaution, he'll be immobilised and taken to hospital for x-rays.
If it's not uncomfortable, then it's not on right. All right. You move this hand. That's it. What we want you to do is to just trust us. We want you to go all floppy. The board's behind you. We're not going to drop you. All right? Yeah. Just have a bit of faith in us. We only drop on a Thursday, so you'll be all right. All right, we're going to go back on 3. All right, everybody ready? Back on 3. 1, 2, 3. Lie down, just lie down, and stay there. Okay, so we bring the board up. 1, 2. Okay, and we just need to go up the board a bit. Everybody ready?
1, 2, 3.
Okay, lovely. Just going to bring your feet together, going tight round your feet. An hour ago, I was coming along here on a motorbike. Can you imagine? Huh? Okay, good man. How do you feel now we've moved you? Any new pain? No. Any funny sensations? No. No, good man. Let's get you in the warm. If somebody had been in this passenger seat, odds are they'd be dead. There's massive passenger side intrusion. That man is so lucky. The door actually comes at least halfway across into the passenger seat. All the dashboard's crumpled up. All the mechanisms and that off the door have sprung out into the footwell of the car. So really lucky. You can see the passenger side intrusion better. What can you say? Let's say about an hour or so ago, I was actually coming along this motorway on a motorbike. Can you imagine if it happened in front of me on a bike? A biker would have no chance whatsoever. I'll tell you what, I've just had a look around your vehicle, and it's you just got to be thankful nobody was in that passenger seat. There's the passenger door is halfway across, the intrusion into the passenger side. Yeah. In this exact location, my last RTC at this point was a motorbike. Was a husband and wife on the same bike, and they ended up with very, very serious injuries. You know, it's a motorway that's restricted to 50 miles an hour. It's a very, very busy motorway at any time of the day. So, yeah, not good. Scene's now clear. We're going to head to Cherry Street to stand by.
Birmingham, early afternoon. A 999 call is coming in. Biker paramedic Steve Harris is responding. The call is to the towpath of one of Birmingham's many canals. An elderly man has had a bad fall. The man was part of a group on an organised walk along the canal when he tripped.
Oh yeah.
Just here on your left-hand side.
Where are you hidden?
Just here.
Hello, sir. Hello there. What's your name?
Robin.
Hello, Robin. I'm Steve. What's been happening?
I fell over and coughing on my nose. And,
Right. Okay, I can see the one on your forehead and your nose. Have you hurt yourself anywhere
no,
else?
I don't think so.
No.
No, this time the hands are all right. They've got my gloves on.
You're feeling quite sweaty.
Am I?
Yeah.
Quite what?
Sweaty.
Oh, well, I've got to walk. I mean, how long we walked? 4 miles.
Yeah, about 4.5 miles.
Miles from
Okay.
Galton, up from
All
Galton.
right. Are you normally fit and well?
Well, reasonably well, I think.
Yeah. Well, you must be if you walk 4 miles.
Oh, no,
It's
yeah.
4 miles of me.
Is it? Oh, yeah.
For his age.
How old are you?
I'm 84.
84.
Yes.
Okay. Were you unconscious?
No, I've been awake.
He was awake.
Yeah,
He was awake.
going
Well, you've got quite a significant lump on your head.
Have I?
You have. I'm thinking that we ought to pop you down the hospital and get that checked
Where
out.
are we going?
City Hospital,
Oh, blimey.
Dudley Road.
All right, when?
Well, the ambulance is on its way.
Oh, I
I'm
see.
here on a motorbike, so
are you?
I've only got one seat, I'm afraid.
Oh, I see.
Steve's worried about complications from the bumps to Robin's head and face. As you get older, the body's ability to heal and protect itself diminishes, and even small cuts and bruises have to be carefully monitored.
This is Robin, 84, out on a walk with his friends, a ramble, haematoma to the forehead. What was underneath that plaster, sweetheart?
It was quite a deep, small, but
Very deep.
you could see where something had jagged.
Steve wants to get Robin to hospital to be properly checked over.
Okay, I was going to say I'd prefer a chair. He's already walked 4 miles.
Yeah, Andy's bringing it round. So.
Yeah, okay, we'll pop him on the chair, we'll do the bits in the back instead of stripping them off out here in the cold. So your chairs are just coming down the towpath. All right, how's there? There's a blanket for you. It's a bit chilly down there, you know. Here you go.
Don't rush.
Oh no, can't find
Chill around.
Just get your balance.
Ready drive ambulance.
Just sit back in the chair.
Throw yourself in, sir.
I was walking down, probably feeling I was going forward a bit, and he just went. And when I hit the ground really.
You need to do your temperature in your ear. All right, we're coming at you all directions, aren't we? That's fine. 36.3.
So you say when you felt lightheaded?
Yes, oh yes, I was leaning forward a lot and
Robin, we'll leave you in peace. They're going to pop you down to hospital. All right, all the best to you.
But who's coming? You're not coming?
No, I'm not.
He's not.
He'll take you.
Will he?
Yeah.
Is he safe?
He's had a significant bump to the forehead. He's got quite a good swelling there. The other is purely down to his age. You know, I mean, I'm sure after walking 5 miles down the canals, I'd feel a bit lightheaded and dizzy. So how he's managed it, I don't know. And fair play to him. I would recommend anybody to do it, as long as they don't expect me to go with them. I don't tend to walk to the shops, and I don't walk around, and I don't ramble. I still think engines are very good. You know, I enjoy anything with an engine in it.
Wiltshire, early morning rush hour. PC Adrian Giles is on patrol.
1663.
Police have received information about a car being driven in a dangerous condition, and it's headed this way. On his BMW R1200 RT, PC Giles sets off to intercept.
So I'll have a look at that as well.
All right. Well, I'm getting my tax this week, so I borrowed the vehicle off my stepdad.
Yeah.
And I use it to pull my trailer. But he's been really ill this week.
Right, hang on. Someone's phoned up and made an allegation. You've got, basically, if this vehicle's in dangerous condition, and you've got a fuel leak on this vehicle.
Well, there is. I've just been to see Ian because I've got a fuel leak. Well, I think I've got a fuel leak on it.
You can't continue to use the vehicle if you've got fuel leaking out of the vehicle. There's people in the vehicle, there's animals in the vehicle, there's yourself in the vehicle. Fuel gets on the exhaust or on the hot brakes and that, it's likely to go up in flames.
Right.
You can't, I mean, common sense says you shouldn't be doing something like that. The vehicle itself, I'm going to have a look round anyway, because it doesn't look in exactly pristine condition. I mean, you've already told me you've got no tax on it.
Yeah, well, that's something I'm sorting it this week.
Right, okay. Go.
Hi there, it's Jeff in control room. I've got your PNC in front of me. Insurance is shown is not held.
The police computer says this vehicle's not insured. The lady says she has third-party insurance, but without insurance on the car itself, that may not be valid.
Right, I'll just make a quick phone call on it, just check on this insurance policy.
That's the feature. I'm in third party, fully comprehensive.
Yeah, it's got that on here. Providing the policy's all in order still and is active, then that's no problem. I'm going to make a quick phone call to the insurance company in a minute, and I'll come back to you in a second if you like. So you're going to have to bear with us for a minute, okay? No, the lady's produced an insurance certificate for another vehicle, which she owns. She says she's driving on third-party liability. I need to know if that policy is active and if the insurance company will cover her if this vehicle's not insured.
While PC Giles is on the phone, his colleague checks over the car.
It's leaking that, you can see it there.
We've been here probably 15 minutes now. As you can see, the fuel's sort of dripping down at the bottom of the car there.
All right, lovely. Thank you very much for your help. Thank you. Bye-bye. Right. Just spoke to the Motor Insurance Bureau. Eventually they got through it. They spoke to your insurance company. Yeah. For you to be able to drive with a third-party liability, the vehicle must be insured itself. So...
I made sure that I was insured with my company, otherwise I wouldn't have been...
Then you're going to need to take it out with your insurance company then, because at the moment, as far as we're concerned and what I've been told, you've got no insurance for the vehicle. The information I've got, I have to act on that information. So at the moment, I'm going to deal with you for no insurance. As part of that, we're going to seize your vehicle under Section 165 of the Road Traffic Act for having no insurance. We've got the issue with the fuel, we've got a big crack in the windscreen as well.
Yeah, I've got one ordered. It's all been, like this year's all been new this year.
Yeah, but you knew the fuel pipe was gone and you still continued to use it. You got that a week ago. You knew the windscreen's cracked, you got that on order. You can't continue to use vehicles that clearly aren't safe to be used on the road. All right, you certainly can't use a vehicle with no insurance. That's all sorts.
You know I've got insurance.
The insurance company have just told me you haven't got any insurance.
Yeah, but we phoned up last time and I said that I wouldn't be driving it.
The insurance have just told me that you have no insurance.
No one's told me, it's changed.
Then you need to take it up with your insurance company. We've spoken to the Motor Insurance Bureau, who've been in touch with her insurance company. The information they've come back is, yes, she has third-party liability, but for that liability to be active, the vehicle itself has to be insured, so there has to be an insurance policy for that vehicle.
You know, in one breath they're telling me, yes, it's okay as long as you're covered. In another breath, they're actually following what they're saying. So, you know, really, I mean, they're not making much sense. You know, if they want people to be able to follow guidelines a bit more clearly, then they want to make them a little bit more clearer, because, you know, there's certain things going on and new laws and all this kind of thing that we're just completely unaware of. But yeah, I've got to take everything out of my vehicle now, which is completely inconvenient. They're not really helping me. They're putting me at risk now because they're putting me and my children on the street. But now they're putting me on the street with my kids, and that's done me. Now I'm at risk, big risk.
No, hang on. It's not my fault that you've got no insurance. Yes, I'm taking the vehicle off you because it shouldn't be on the road. So I'm not putting you in danger. You've taken that vehicle on the road with a fuel leak. You've put your children and the animals in danger. I ride a motorcycle. You've put me in danger. You're dropping diesel all over the road. What about the tax?
You can't drive it, that's the thing. If it ain't tax, you can't drive it. It's not a question of making excuses.
I have to take it to Southampton.
You can't.
Why do you have to take it to
Southampton?
Southampton?
Bottom line.
Because
you don't have to take it to Southampton and tax it. You can tax it online, or you can tax it at a local post office. You don't have to take the vehicle with you.
Well, no, yeah, I do.
What you need to have is an insurance certificate for it, which you haven't got. Basically, you've got no tax. You can't use the vehicle. All right. You need to get an insurance policy first.
Birmingham, mid-afternoon, and an unusual call has come in. On duty, biker paramedic Mark Hayes.
We're off to the ice skating rink. There's reports of a 71-year-old lady who's fallen with a head injury.
The ice rink is less than 2 miles away. Mark covers the distance in just 3 minutes.
Somebody called for ambulance.
Most of the ice rink's customers are in their teens. But up in the office, Mark finds the patient, and it actually is a 71-year-old lady.
Let's have a little look at your head. How are you feeling? You got any pain in your neck or your back at all? No. Was you knocked out at all?
No.
Remember everything that happened to you? You normally fit well? Yeah. How young are you? 71 and ice skating.
Well, I've just come back to it.
After how long?
About 20 years.
Fair play. Sorry, but you're going to have a bit of a Ninja Turtle dressing, I'm afraid. All right. So you've bought new skates and everything, start afresh?
Yeah. Well, I say it's good exercise, don't they?
You're going to need to go to hospital, Margaret. Oh, yeah. It looks like you might need a couple of stitches in that wound. All right. What I'm going to do is just do some checks on you, do your blood pressure and everything, make sure everything else is all right, and we'll arrange some transport. All right? Smile. It's not that bad.
I'm just embarrassed.
Oh, don't be. I bet there's plenty of people out there who'll be jealous, you know. 71 years young and ice skating. I've got a partner for you, my colleague, Steve. He's good at ballet, but he's not very good at the ice, but he's all right. Yeah.
Now that Mark has backup, he can begin to run some more tests.
Okay. Just going to go tight on your arm, all right. So, is this where you used to come to?
No, it's got Spring Hill ice rink.
Spring Hill? Is there an ice rink there?
It used to be.
How long ago was that?
Oh, a long time ago.
Really? Let that arm go floppy. Ever had high blood pressure before? No. Could be the sight of Steve. He does tend to make people's blood pressure go through the roof.
I do, yeah. It's a noted fact.
Margaret's blood pressure is 207/115, well above normal. The shock of an accident like this can cause a release of adrenaline, leading to increased heart rate and blood pressure. Mark wants to check it again on the ambulance.
We can help you to the ambulance. If you feel dizzy, then just let us know. Yeah, we're going to get that way unless it's through the window.
Thank you. I thought you said that way.
Hello, mate. When was the last time you had your blood pressure checked, Margaret?
82.
Years ago. You don't go for regular checkups, 6 monthly checkups or anything? Not like the doctors.
61s are around there.
I mean, you're not a nuisance. You should have regular checkups. We don't know whether your blood pressure's high as a result of what's gone on, or whether you've had blood pressure problems for a while. And if it is high, it needs treating.
And I'll try skating again for exercise. I've got a bike, but it's a bit dangerous on the road.
Oh, she's a tough old bird.
You have to be, don't you?
Ice skating, she's a bit of a passion, she loves it. You know what I mean? She really wants to do it. That's why we went and got the skates. She was quite pleased on Saturday when she did get a new skates. Like a little silly kid, yeah, like a little silly little kid she was for her.
So hopefully next time we see you, you'll be
going round
speed skating around the ring.
What the Mohawks.
Wiltshire, over 1,300 square miles, one of the most diverse counties in England. With the town of Swindon in the north and hundreds of miles of open countryside in the south, police here have to deal with all kinds of crimes and public emergencies. This morning, police have received a 999 call about a house fire. PC Adrian Giles is responding. He's heading to nearby Milksham. It's over 8 miles away, but Adrian can slip through the traffic and get out onto the open road in minutes. The police have to attend all building fires in case of crime or foul play. It's crucial Adrian gets on scene quickly, in case there are witness statements or other evidence to be gathered. Fire engines and a paramedic are already on scene. Adrian must assess the situation and check to see if the area needs evacuating.
Tuesday North, Whiskey Romeo 3836.
There's one obvious casualty.
Anything wants to do, mate?
Right in a minute, because it's got one passenger.
Yeah. Okay, is that the only casualty, is it?
Yes, we're fine. We've all got an ambulance coming as well.
Okay, lovely job, mate.
All right, yeah.
Oh, there. One more than a tin of paint and put it right. Tuesday North, Whiskey Romeo. Yeah, just advise, we got fire and ambulance on scene. One casualty being treated by paramedics at this stage.
Yeah, he's a bit of a...
There's smoke billowing from the garage, which appears to be the centre of the fire.
We're protecting it at the back from another garage that's got loads of welding in it. It looks like it's gone outside, nothing's open or anything.
We've got a gentleman working on a vehicle in a garage, doing some welding on a vehicle. Looks like the vehicle's caught fire. He's sustained a few injuries, a lot of smoke damage at the moment. Fire dealer.
Yeah, the initial report we took said that the fire had spread to the house. Is this correct, Over?
Yeah, it's a possibility. Fire just investigating at the moment. It is quite a long garage and there is some gas cylinders in there which are protecting at this stage, but we're waiting on an update from that.
Thank
you. If the fire reaches the garage where the gas cylinders are, the heat could make them explode. This will put the lives of neighbours and the emergency services in danger, and the fire could spread to the rest of the street. While the firemen take care of the blaze, the paramedics have been tending to the casualty. The man suffered second-degree burns to his face while trying to put the fire out. Second-degree burns are burns which go deeper than the top layer of skin, cause severe pain and blistering, but should heal completely. Worse than a first-degree burn, but not as bad as a third-degree burn, which could require a skin graft or amputation.
What do we think the extent of his injury is going to be there?
He's got facial burns.
Yeah.
It literally is just, obviously, whether he's took any heat inside, whether he's burnt anything internally, until they put a scope down.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, your age is going.
He's very stable, so we're not
overly concerned.
The man needs expert medical help quickly. The closest hospital is in Bath, 14 miles away.
Well, the latest is fire brigade are gone in at the moment. They're pulling a few ceilings down inside the garage area. They've been into the rear garage is detached. They've determined that's all safe now, so there's no problem as far as that goes. No need to evacuate the area. The fire investigation people have just arrived. They're going to try and determine what the cause of the fire was. So we're just waiting on an update on them at the moment, and then we'll move on from there. It makes a change from dealing with motorists all the time, giving out bad news and stuff like that. Step away from that a little bit and see if we can help someone else out that's perhaps not doing anything wrong.
It's been a bad day for the owner of this house.
You can't blame no one. It's just a thing what's happened, and it's just turned to this, isn't it? It's just gone into a complete disaster now. You know, it's a good thing the little one's at school. She don't know nothing about it yet. I don't know. You can never replace everything, can you? Totally gone, isn't it? Start again. Have to rebuild.
Another day, another emergency for the Wiltshire police. This time, an elderly man with Alzheimer's has gone missing. In winter, the countryside poses a serious risk to the elderly. Walking in freezing temperatures, in remote areas, miles from help, can end in disaster. It's essential the police find the missing man as soon as possible. All available units have been called to a briefing in the car park of a rugby club. Biker cop Lee Prince is there to help out. The elderly man's been missing for nearly 5 hours in the freezing cold.
Do we all know who? That's the chap looking for. Do you all know his background?
The police want to find him as soon as possible. His life could be in danger.
5'5", wearing a cream colour hat and a blue fleece.
Dark blue fleece, brown trousers, brown shoes,
right.
Walks with a slight limp.
Limp on his left leg and about 5'5".
Yeah.
Right, okay.
And return, so we're still within that catchment.
It's a relatively small area to cover, but it's crisscrossed by roads, footpaths, canals, and a railway line.
Descriptions have been passed, and we've sent the Avon and Somerset helicopter up, and our helicopters had a look around, and we've had no joy at the moment. The helicopter can cover a massive area, and it's a fantastic tool, but if this chap has hurt himself or is dehydrated or is physically ill and he's underneath a bridge or something like that, then the bike is an ideal tool to be able to get down there and check all these bridges and that sort of stuff out.
Lee heads out into the lanes of Wiltshire. From now on, Control will be keeping in touch with the search team via radio. Being on the back of the bike gives Lee a height advantage over his colleagues, who sit low in their patrol cars. And he can also stand up on the pegs to check the other side of the hedges. The countryside's littered with farms and barns where the man could have taken shelter. Lee has to check every nook and cranny. One search sector complete. Lee moves on to the next target area.
Thank you, that's nice. We're trying to get straight to the call center. Unfortunately, we've got very little information.
There are hundreds of tiny country lanes to search. With every minute that passes, fears grow for the missing man. But while Lee's still searching, one of the patrol car drivers has spotted the missing man still walking away from home.
What's your point? 4144.
Your wife's phoned up this morning and she's obviously worried because you've gone out at 8 o'clock and nobody's seen nor heard of you.
Oh, that's one of those things, isn't it?
It is. I'll tell you what, come have a seat in my car, come around this way. Let's get you warmed up.
Despite his 5-hour, 5-mile excursion, the man seems unharmed and in good health. All that's left for officers to do now is get him home.
He was all right, he's very cold. We know that he suffers from Alzheimer's, but he wasn't that confused when we found him, to be perfectly honest. But he was very cold, so obviously we'll get him home now, get him warmed up, and hopefully it won't happen again. He's been found, he's safe and well. A little bit bedraggled and probably a little bit thirsty and a bit fed up and cold, but ultimately we're just in the process of reuniting him with his family.
Birmingham, 8 a.m. A 999 call is coming in.
212, Roger, received, over.
Steve Harris is responding. A woman on a double-decker bus has fallen headfirst down the stairs. She's landed on her neck and is in extreme pain.
I'll set this up.
Hi, but Mr. Stepforth fell down the stairs.
Can't do it at work, you say?
But basically she fell down the stairs and she's been drowned at the bottom there.
Okay.
She never lost consciousness, but as she twisted, she hit her neck on the bottom stair as well, so we haven't been.
Hello. What's your name? Hello.
The distance Pat's fallen and the angle of her landing have Steve concerned.
All right. Because of what's happened and the way you've come down, we want a proper collar around your neck.
Pat could have broken her neck.
212, just to confirm, ambulance will be required, over. Right, Pat, what I'm going to do is just have a little feel of your neck. I need you to tell me if any of this hurts. All right. Right, where I'm pressing, any pain?
If she has broken one of her vertebrae, any sideways or rotational movement of her spine could sever her spinal cord, resulting in permanent paralysis.
I can hear our ambulance, all right?
Okay.
Yeah. So give me a minute and then we'll start sorting it out. It'll make it a lot more comfortable. How do you mean funny? Like, as in a headache or? Yeah. In one spot or just all over?
It's at the top.
Steve needs to get Pat onto a rigid spinal board and get a collar around her neck to immobilize her spine. But there's no room to move in the bus. Getting Pat off the floor is going to be complicated.
Yeah. What I'm going to do is try and take this scarf off you first. No, you stay there. Don't move. I don't want you to move at all at the moment, all right?
The paramedics would normally work quickly to move a patient into the ambulance. But this is a precision operation for Steve. Any movement in the wrong direction could end in tragedy.
Oh, stay where you are. Please don't move.
If not.
That's it. No, stay where you are, Pat. Pat, keep nice and still for me. What we're going to do, we're going to roll you over. So you're coming over onto your back. So we're going to go on 3. 1, 2, 3. Push, roll. Whoa, stay where you are. Don't move. Hang on.
Stay there, don't reach. Can you pull the edge of the board out?
Wonderful.
See if you
Keep
pick
still.
up your hands, mate. You're all right.
Hello.
Nothing down and up.
You see what you look like now? Right, what we're going to have to do is go down the board, slide you down. 1, 2, 3. We're going to pop a collar around your neck. They do feel a little bit uncomfortable, all right? If you take the head, I can clear that. You just hold her head. That's it. In a moment, we'll put some blocks by your head.
Pat had been on her way to work and was about to get off the bus when disaster struck. She's now been on the floor for nearly half an hour, but with the collar and board in place and Pat's spine secure, the team can lift her onto a stretcher and onto the ambulance.
Right, let's get you off the floor.
We'll have a corner each.
Corner each. And, you say?
1, 2, 3. Get your hands in. You want Mark? Yep.
Right. And straighten up. Is that okay? Right, we can wheel you in the ambulance and then we'll do some tests on you and do stretches.
I'll take it away.
Oh, thank you. All right.
Lovely, thank you very much.
Okay. Bus incidents are quite common, and the potential for injury is quite great. I mean, I've had instances of people coming down those stairs where they've ended up with fractured legs, fractured arms, quite bad head injuries as they bang the head on the way down.
In hospital, doctors will x-ray Pat's spine. If she has broken vertebrae, surgeons will have to immobilize her head on a more permanent basis until the bones have healed. Birmingham. Paramedic Steve Harris is parked up in the city centre, but someone needs his help.
212, we've been approached by House of Fraser Security. Someone's collapsed in the store. We're just going to go in and assess. Over.
The store is a short walk around the corner. No need for the bike on this one. A shop assistant has collapsed.
Hello?
Somebody found her in the toilet, sort of half fainting, and I think she come here and she just passed out a bit.
Can I just come past you?
No problem.
You got any pain at all?
No, just came over.
Oh,
and my legs just went off out in the toilet. And,
So you actually fell down?
I couldn't get up, and then someone came in out, and I had to just try and open the door to tell her to help me back out.
Yeah, yeah.
I was just that hearted. I was that sweating.
I think Karina's doing it.
How have you been for the past couple of days?
All right. I was fine. I just was talking to someone, and I just came out all funny, and I was so hot and sweaty. I thought I was going to explode, and then my legs just give way.
Okay. And what's your name? Chris.
Chris, yeah.
Hello, Chris. I'm Steve.
Hello, Steve. Sorry to bother you.
It's not a bother at all. Have you had any sort of cough, cold, flu, anything like that over the last few days? Just relax your arm. That's going to go tight on your arm. You've eaten today, you've had your lunch. Yeah. So did you actually collapse twice? Once in the toilet, and then what happened when you came in here?
I don't really know. I think I got went to the floor.
I got it right. I think the young lady helped her from the toilets, and then I think she came into here by herself. Then, didn't you, Chris? Then I think she just passed out then, because she was saying she didn't remember anything after that.
Anything like this happened to you before, Chris?
Yeah, I have fainted before.
Recently, or?
No.
Is it something that sort of happened to you over the years? All your life? What I want to do, Chris, I need a tiny spot of blood out your finger. Okay? Just to do your sugars. Go up, stretch. Right, your blood pressure's okay. Your pulse and your oxygen levels are okay. You haven't got a temperature. So as soon as I see what your sugars are, we'll see about getting you off the floor. And that's fine as well. That's almost normal, perfectly normal. So as you're lying down there, how do you feel?
I feel I'm coming round a bit now.
What we want to do first of all then is just sit you up, nice and slow. Okay? That's it. Right, just get your balance. How do you feel?
Just a bit funny. Whirly, a bit whirly.
You feel able to sit on the chair, or do you want to lie down again?
No, I'm alright.
Yeah.
Go fast out, but
I'm just going to go 1, 2, push. Chair behind you.
oh, thank you.
You get yourself comfy on the chair. How do you feel?
Yeah, coming around there, thank you.
You're going to open your eyes.
I know.
Go on, be brave.
Oh. Oh,
But he frightened you, didn't he? Wake you up now looking at him.
I know, thank you.
So how's...
Yeah, I'm
Yes.
coming around there.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Do you want to go to hospital?
Oh, no.
I'm going to do another blood
Yeah.
pressure. And,
You check it over and then I'll get someone to call you in.
Hold on to
That's going to get tight again.
It's a bit
Right, your blood pressure again is still fine. Now you're sat up, it hasn't fallen. Yeah, well it shows that now that you're sitting up and in a normal position, it hasn't gone down.
Oh, dear. I'm back, I think.
This
Back
is-
with the land of the living, am I?
I'll sort my stuff out.
There's more down there.
What is this anyway?
Are you feeling a bit better now?
They're not bras, are they?
Wigs.
Hey, wigs. Oh.
It's already said I've got too many clothes.
I think basically the lady's just overheated, if you like. It's quite a mild day outside, even though it was still midwinter. It's been very cold. Today is very mild, but all the shops and the stores have set their heating levels to cope with freezing weather, and it's just not. I mean, I'm quite uncomfortable in here myself. It's quite a small area. There's lots of bright lights around. The heat's building up. She just felt unwell, felt as though she was going to faint. All right, all the best.
Thank you. Oh, thank you.
The stores called a taxi to take Chris home, leaving Steve and Mark to head back out on patrol.
Whoops. Hairs in my eyes, I can't see where it goes.
I'm a hairy biker.
The driver injured at the scene of the crash suffered whiplash and was off work for a week. Robin had to have 2 stitches in his nose, but is recovering well. Margaret also had to have stitches and still has a lump on her head, but is hoping to be back on the ice soon. The injured man in the house fire was released from hospital later that day, and his burns are healing well. And Pat had not broken her neck, but did suffer severe bruising.